All right, what's up? What's up? Here we are with a recap, finishing red, red, $14, whatever, 14 bucks. So 14 bucks trading a bunch of these stocks. Nothing really significant here. LMAO, not much. Halt up and then a fade. We had SOBR a little bit, but this thing was really choppy. We had RDHL, penny stock. Thought we'd see a breakthrough one. No good. No breakthrough one. What else did we have? We had AMPX, which was decent. AMPX did some scalps up in here, but you know what? Midday and power hour trading. You know, I'm not the best. It just feels a little bit more shakier. Spreads on this were like 30 cents. And my overall confidence in me trading these hours are much lower than they are at 9:30 and 10:30. So I did do small size. The volume was, enough to trade, but it wasn't really, amazing. And which is probably because the spreads, and that's probably why the spreads are so wide. But that was that. I did some large caps on Netflix. I took a 10 share trade here down here and taking it off for a $3 to $4 share gain or dollar share gain. So not bad. Did some range trading in here, but didn't get much there. So that was pretty much it, And yesterday I didn't do a recap, but I will show you here at 43.92 and then 14. So 2 back-to-back small red days. It's all right that I'm keeping them small, but there's the market has just been getting so cold. It's just been getting so cold. I'm not sure how much longer this is going to last. This could last for months, weeks, just a couple more days. You just never know. And that's the thing. That's the thing with day trading is because like I'm already in 2 years in here. I'm in 2 years. I'm 25. I have no other work experience. I did graduate college. That's one thing that I have going for me. I graduated college from a decent school with a double major, which I got one thing going for me other than trading, but that's it. Like I have no work experience, other than just like blue collar jobs, like landscaping and a waiter and food running and that kind of stuff. That's my only work experience. And so it's either, I have no plan B is pretty much what I'm trying to say is like my plan B is Publix or working at a restaurant, waiting tables. I don't have any desire to, do that. So this is it. This is my plan A and my only plan. Plan A, B, C, D, E, F, and Z. This is my plan, and I see some people. I know some people would really be like, "Wow, you're really, you're really retarded for thinking become a day trader and wasting your life doing this and thinking that you'd be successful doing this." I'm sure some people would think that. But it is possible. Day trading is possible to be successful. I've met people who are successful. I know there's real, transparent traders out there who are consistently pulling 6 figures to 7 figures every year, and that's all. That's all I need to know. That's it. That it's possible. That's all I needed to know. And you know what? Like that's the only thing I want to do with my life. And anybody else says, I'm wasting my life or that I'm just screwing up my chances at whatever the hell they thought I could do. At the end of the day, this is what I want to do, and I don't want to do anything else with my life other than trade. I have no other desire to do anything else, and I'm going to make this work. However long it takes. That's sort of my mindset. If I have to go back to get a job for a little bit and put this on the back burner until the market turns around, that's fine. That's totally fine. I'm ready to accept that, but I will never give this up. I will never give this up, and I will never concede and go back or go to a career where I have to give this up. And a lot of the corporate careers, you have to give up the hours of where you are trading, of when you are trading. And so it's not really feasible for me to go get a corporate career and think I can try to trade on the side and transition from that to trading. So, the only other way to get income is just to get a job outside of that, the time of trading, which I'm totally open to getting. If the market really stays cold like this for a couple months, that's fine with me. Taking one step back for the future of my trading career is so I don't have to give this up. If that's what's necessary, then that's what's necessary, and I will totally do it. Even though I don't want to, I have no desire to go back to work. My life has gotten so much better, just mentally and emotionally, just from not having my wage slavery job. That I wouldn't want. I don't want to go back. That'd be like the last thing I'd want to do. But if it's necessary for me to continue trading, then it's necessary. But I pretty much backed myself up into a wall here, with trading, and I knew I was conscious that I was doing this, and I'm thinking it's actually going to help me be successful. I think that's why I am so relentless. Shout out to Relentless Trader, relentless. It's why I'm so relentless and never giving up. And even know how many setbacks I've suffered so far, I've always come back, and just the sheer amount of discipline, consistency, and never giving up has just come from the fact that I've actually backed myself up into this wall, which I knowingly did, where I have no other work experience in any other industry other than wage slavery, and I have no other aspirations, and I've pretty much given everything else up. Friends, I've given up. My previous history of friends that wasted their life playing video games and didn't have any ambitions to do anything. Pretty much, yeah, gave everything up. I gave that up. My family, who doesn't believe that my aspirations are valid, or that I can be successful in something like this. I've completely given that up. I've moved away from home, to get away from that sort of toxic thinking of that there's only one way to be successful, and that is through the corporate 9-to-5 life. A lot of parents are very, people our age, or young adults like me, our parents, they grew up in the only way to make a living or to be successful is through the 9-to-5 corporate career, because the internet wasn't as accessible and you couldn't really make money online. But now everything is just so changed that you can't really take your parents' advice like word by word. You have to take with a grain of salt, because they've grown up in such a different life, a different era that doesn't always apply to what we are experiencing right now. Which is why I wish anyone who's thinking about going to college, definitely don't listen to your parents. Make that decision for yourself. If I were to tell you that, if I would tell myself that, I could have saved myself thousands of dollars and a lot of headache. And because if you want to do something that doesn't require a college degree, then there's no reason in going. It's just so expensive, and it just sets you back years financially in savings and saving for your retirement. It just takes away so much of that potential just to pay back loans. So yeah, if you're thinking about going to college, definitely think twice and make sure you're making that decision for yourself and not for anybody else. But I didn't really figure that out until after I made the commitment, and I was already so far in to college that I've what, I've already paid half of it, so might as well just finish it. So by the time I started thinking for myself, it was too late. But now I'm not. I've kind of learned that lesson, and I'm not taking my parents' advice word for word. or anyone who's like grew up in a different time or cannot really relate to the people that are growing up in this time. Yeah, I've started to figure that out, and that's why I'm committed here to day trading. Even though there's people, my family and friends who think this is not possible, and they're thinking I'm wasting my life, and that I'm just going to be, just a bum on a log and be a wage slave for the rest of my life, and I'm never going to be successful. They won't tell me that to my face. Actually, no, they will tell me that to my face. They have said that to my face, but I'm thinking for myself now. Before I would have conceded. I would have conceded to their ideas and been like, oh, maybe, what? Maybe I will be a good engineer. I'll go back to school. And they would be super stoked that I'm going back to school, become an engineer, because engineers make so much money and they can be very successful. They have a really good track record of making a decent living. They would be stoked. But me, I would not be happy doing that. I wouldn't be happy. And so that's why, here I am thinking for myself, committed here. I put myself in this corner on purpose. So the only way out for me to live the life that I want is to be successful here in trading. That's why, that's why I've made the decisions that I've made in not, getting experience in the corporate world or in, formal business, is because ultimately that's not what I want. I want a life of an abundance of time and just not even abundance of money. I just want, enough money to pay the bills and a little bit more, and an abundance of, abundance of time, because, the abundance of time, you can't really put a price on that, other than, you can't really put a price on that because of, that's really all you got, and it's non-renewable. However, money is renewable, and you can always make it back if you lose it, or you can always make more. But your time, your youth, that's the only thing you got, and I'm happy that I've realized that at a young age, that I'm able to make the decisions right now, thinking I can potentially receive those rewards while I'm still young. I'm starting this at 20. I started trading at 23. Well, taking it seriously at 23, and so that decision of making that decision at such a young age, I can receive those fruits of that decision and my commitment to trading and the consistency and the discipline of learning this craft. I can receive the fruits of that while I'm still young, while I'm in my 30s. If I put in 10 years here from 25 to 30 to 23 to 33, at 33, I'm still young. I still feel young. I still got that vitality. I still got the energy to live a phenomenal life. And so that's why, deciding that at such a young age, I can receive those fruits while I'm still young, instead of some people who are going to be working in a corporate career, and they're going to put in 10 years and they may make six figures by the time they're in their 30s, a six-figure salary, at a corporation, and then they put in another 10 years and they may make 150,000 plus a bonus, maybe 200,000. That's after 20 years of commitment of 40 hours a week, maybe 45 hours a week with commute. So it doesn't really give you much time. It soaks up so much of your time to make that type of money. And for me, it doesn't seem like a good deal. For some people it may, but for me, I value my time so much more than that, because, I just see the value of time and the value of the youth. And that by the time you're able to make, let's say, the 10 years of trading, you can potentially make, the earnings potential is $500,000 to $1 million a year plus. $500,000 to, let's say it would be a little bit more realistic. After 10 years of trading, your earnings potential is, let's say, $50,000 a year to over $1 million a year. So that's a huge range. Some people will be in the lower end because, a variety of factors. Maybe they gave up at a certain time, and then they're not really consistent, or they made bad decisions or whatever. They're not taking care of themselves. Some people are going to do really well because they were just either they're working on their psychology, they're doing all the right things to be a successful trader. So there's just a huge range and earnings potential. But if you work at a corporate career, that same 10 years, you may only be able to have that earnings potential of a salary of six figures or 150,000 or 200,000, like a low six figures, which is a decent, is a lot of money. Of course, it's a good living, but you're spending so much of that time. You're spending 40 hours or more a week to achieve that versus trading. You may only work 20 to 25 hours a week trading to make that same six figures after 10 years. And that's why I see trading just being such a valuable career path. And I think it's really the only career that's for me. As of right now, I don't really see any other career that's going to give me that sort of earnings potential and that amount of abundance of time, of potential of time, and also, being able to enjoy the time while I'm still young versus after a corporate career, you retire at 65 and you have no energy. You're already old, but you're making $250,000 or $500,000 a year in your salary with your bonus. Yeah, it's a lot of money, but I don't want to be making that at 65. Because that's no point. I can't even enjoy it. I have no energy. I'm just going to be watching TV, watching Netflix. I can do that with 50,000 a year. I'd rather put in the time now in a career that has the earnings potential to where I can make a decent living while also having the abundance of time to enjoy it while I'm young and enjoy my youth. Instead of spending that time 40-45 hours a week at the job, at a corporate career, which wouldn't really make me too fulfilled. At least this is a little bit more fulfilling. Doing something for yourself here, making your own decisions and seeing the fruits of your labor and paying your bills and going out to eat and buying yourself things as a token of like success and enjoying the fruits of your labor. I want to be able to do that at a younger age, and not when I'm 65 after I spent 45 hours a week or more at a career. So that's my little rant there. That's sort of what's going on in my head. But yeah, I really backed myself into a corner here, and I think it's good because maybe slow now. The market may not be giving me opportunity, but I've grown so much, and by me only having this as my only plan here, there's no way that I can't not be successful, because I've seen the potential. I've made $750 an hour. If I can do that, I did that once. You can do way more than that in an hour, and the earnings potential is there. I've already tasted it, and I can't turn away now. I cannot turn away now, and I backed myself into a corner, and I'm literally forcing my mind to I gotta adapt, I gotta overcome, and I gotta keep pushing forward because my mind sees no other exit. My mind sees the only other option is wage slavery at a hourly job, whatever, bagging groceries or serving food, and that's not the life for me. So really my only option here is to just keep pushing, keep showing up every day, doing everything that I can to get better, working on my psychology, meditating, reading books, taking courses, looking at different YouTube channels and seeing what they're doing, just soaking up content, analyzing myself, and showing up every day to trade. That has been my formula this far to make it this far in trading. I think it's been working. So I just got to continue to keep doing that, and the market's going to turn around. The market will always turn around. It's just a matter of time, and I'm prepared for the worst. If I have to go get a job, that's all right. So, I'm prepared for the worst, and I'm ready for the best. I'm ready to succeed. I'm ready to succeed. And I know the potential in this, and I'm definitely never giving up now. Definitely am never giving up now. So that's it. 20-minute video, a nice long rant. So if you guys enjoyed that, please hit that thumbs up button. Also, subscribe if you're not yet a subscriber. 370 subscribers. Wow, I've been growing a lot faster recently. Welcome all of you that are new to the channel. If you guys are new to trading, definitely check out some of my other content. You can learn a lot. Also, the market's been cold, so definitely if you're new, definitely size down. If you're not getting consistently green anymore, maybe start paper trading if you're new, because just the market is not giving as much opportunity as it was just a couple months ago. So if you just have to take one step back for the future to potentially take 10 steps forward, that is a really good move in this type of market. So yeah, if you're still watching, hit the thumbs up button, subscribe, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Actually, tomorrow I am taking off because I am going to visit some family, and my flight is during market hours at the market open. So I will not be trading tomorrow. I'm taking the day off. Market's cold anyways, so I'm probably not going to miss much. Probably even save money by not trading. So taking tomorrow off. So you won't see a recap tomorrow, but you'll see a recap on Friday. We'll trade on Friday and then next week. And I'm going to be taking that next Thursday off as well because it's my flight back. And I'm flying out again. They changed my flight times. I'm flying out again during market open. So taking that Thursday off as well. So, yeah, that's it. And I'll see you guys tomorrow, Friday. All right, peace.